Okay guys, here we are for round 2. Hand looks just fine. We are up against blue-white, or mono-white humans. So, had a chance to kind of scout the deck we were up against here, and we will see how we handle. Hopefully he does not have the gather on turn 2. Going to go ahead and lead out with Talia. This is probably going to be Fiend Hunter or another champion. Okay. Alright, so really taking a beating here from the champions. And definitely need some mana to get back into this game. Okay, so at this point we're going to go ahead and drop out the Fiend Hunter to reset his champion. We could also drop Blade Splicer here, but if he has any humans, it's just very dangerous to do that. Just gotta slow down the beats. Ugh. And Crusader. Okay, it's a pretty rough draw here for us. So we're just taking a pounding here. So we drop to 9, and at this point have to drop out Blade Splicer. This way we can at least go ahead and trade with Mirran Crusader. And just really hope to stabilize at this point. So if we can drop down to 5, we can then go ahead and use Gather to buy us some time. Never mind, and we just lost to Angelic Destiny. Okay. Alright, so up against mono-white humans, we definitely want to bring in O-Ring, Nevermore, to stop Angelic Destiny or Mirran Crusader. Other cards that we want here are going to be most likely Lifestaff. We definitely want Mental Misstep to stop his champions, you know, or other possible 1-drops. We can use Talia to stop his Talias. We definitely want to have Relic Order to stop his Honor of the Pures. And Spellskite is actually not too bad to redirect his Fiend Hunters. Okay, so what else do we want? Feast and Famine is going out the window. Don't need that. The image is still very good to copy his Fiend Hunters and just kind of create more shenanigans. What else do we cut? Angel here is pretty important. The problem with Angel is that it's a little bit late, and we could just get potentially overrun before you have a chance to even play Angel. This deck is very, very fast. We definitely want to have Talias for his Talias. I think we want to find a way for Mental Misstep to come in, but I think Misstep may actually be better than Gutshot here, just because Gutshot doesn't necessarily kill champion, where Misstep actually does. So I think we're going to go like this. Great hand, but not enough mana. Okay, so this hand is okay. not as explosive as the first hand, but with guaranteed mana. With this, you know, up against this deck, if we can't stumble on even a single turn for mana, just because he's so much out of the gate. We want to play this to make sure he can't do the turn 2 gather. Here we can go ahead and we could Fiend Hunter his champion at this point. We could also drop Silverblade. We want to have Fiend Hunter for Mirran Crusader for sure, just because it's going to be so much trouble. And this way we also get to bash in a little bit of our own. With Fiend Hunter, a little bit more defensive. So I mean, like, now admittedly, next turn he could just go gather, bash in for 4, then we can go ahead and Fiend Hunter his guy, use our Silverblade to swing back. But we're honestly a little bit more on the defensive here. The other thing we could do here is we could just go ahead and drop down Spellskite, just to make sure that he's unable to Fiend Hunter our own Fiend Hunter. It's a little bit more of a defensive play, but I think it's going to pay off, because we are definitely not the aggressor in this matchup. And unless he has Gather here, he can't push past our Spellskite. Okay, and Fiend Hunter is exactly what we want to see here, because now we can go ahead and safely Fiend Hunter his champion. Now if he plays like Destiny, we can just Relic Warder it. Crusader is still going to be trouble, but we're going to trade Crusader with Silverblade. It looks like he's temporarily out of gas. So here we want to go ahead and drop Silverblade and then have Honor the Pure backup. And just because Mirran Crusader is so dangerous, we do not want to give him the chance to get Angelic Destiny on it. So if we get a chance to kill Crusader, we certainly will. I'm very happy he did not attack with Crusader, because there's not a lot we can do about it. I mean, we can trade, and then I guess he gets his champion back. So here, I mean, yeah, we're going to be taking more damage in the air, but I think it's worth it, because we don't want to just sit there and take damage. So I think we're just going to go ahead and block here. Now he's going to start pushing in the air. But we're going to have the Relic Warder for his Honor the Pure, and then our own Honor the Pure as well. We can also drop Splicer. I think I'd rather drop Relic Warder here, just because we want to stop the damage. now we can go ahead and bash in with Silverblade. Start making a little bit of a push here. And I think that we want to attack just with Silverblade here at this point. We don't want to attack with Fiend Hunter just because with Fiend Hunter then he'll be able to swing back with Mirran Crusader. And we do definitely need to make a move quickly just because the moment he draws Destiny we're in trouble. But at the same time we want to make sure he can't just swing back with Crusader for value. Unfortunately, there's the Destiny. So that's 12, 14, we got dropped to 1. Silverblade's not going to do it. Yeah, unfortunately that's going to be it. Alright, so unfortunately lost out to mono white humans. It's not a very big deck. If you want to look right now, this is last week's 4-0s, and we're kind of building our deck in mind with what's out there. And there haven't been a lot of humans decks, so this is kind of the breakdown. You do see a lot of zombie pods, you see a lot of black-red zombies, a couple Ravagers, pretty big stretch of red-green, Rug Pod, Naya Pod, a little bit of Infect in there, a huge amount of Delver, and then mostly the rest of it is going to be Esper mid-range or Esper control. So, I don't think a single mono-white humans deck was a 4-0 last week. So we're going to sort of, I don't think we need to change our build, based on this, but it's just unfortunate here. So we will see you guys for the next event.